Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number one, week. This is week, what? Week 14, spring 2024. Again, day number one, week 14, spring 2024. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Today is Monday, Monday the 8th of April, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic that we're going to be doing is better buy. Better buy. That's the topic, better buy. So we're going to be looking at word problems that involve looking at like which option, right, is the better option given two scenarios. So if you're inside a shop and say you have two things to consider, right? And they give you the price of one thing and they give you the price of another thing. Say you're trying to compare, let's say you're trying to compare the prices of two different shops. So how would you, and it's the same item. Right? That's very important. It's two different shops, but it's the same item but it's different prices on the same item. So how would you go about, trying to differentiate which one has the better option, or in this case, which one has the better buy? All right. Not subtract. You wouldn't subtract. Um, you have to compare them, right? You have to look at the prices, try to find the key is the key in order to do these questions, the key is um you have to determine the unit price for both, right? So you have to determine like what is the price for one item. And then once you can figure out the price for one item, then you could go about comparing which one has, you know, a better option. All right. So that's the general idea with better buy questions. You have to determine which one has determine the unit price for both. Once you figure out the unit price for both, then you could be able to um, compare the two things properly. But you have to determine the unit price for both. All right. Um, so let's go ahead and consider a question. Um, so let's go ahead. The first question says, part A. 1A, it says farmer. This is our first example. Let me just call this example number one. Example number one. We're going to be looking at our first example right now, and it's about two farmers. We're going to call the first one, Farmer Smith, right? So let's say that Farmer Smith, let's say that uh, he sells oranges, right? He sells oranges at 50 cents each, right? Calculate the cost, right? Calculate the cost. Calculate the cost of 1 dozen. Calculate the cost of a dozen oranges. All right, so we have this farmer. His name is Farmer Smith. He sells oranges at 50 cents, right? Calculate the cost of 1 dozen oranges. Now, how are we gonna do this? If we wanna figure out the cost of 1 dozen oranges. We know that one costs 50 cents. How much is for a dozen? What are we gonna do with this one?
Times it by 12.
Very good. Who said that?
Jeremiah Johnson.
Very good, Jeremiah. We're gonna multiply it by 12. Why 12? Why 12?
Because 12 is a dozen.
Excuse me. Very good. Because a dozen is 12. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing we notice that a dozen, right? Dozen. And write this down for me, please. Dozen. A dozen means, right? Dozen means 12, right? And so what we're gonna do in order to get our answer is we're gonna take 12, right, and multiply that by 50 cents, right? So we're gonna say 12, which is 1 dozen, multiplied by what? Multiplied by 50 cents. Now 50 cents is 0 point what? 0 point, if we want to write 50 cents, that's gonna be what? 0 point what? 0 point, someone speak to me, please. 0 point what?
50.
Very good, 0 0.50, all right? So in order to be able to multiply it, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put 12. I mean, it doesn't matter. But let me, let me just put 12 at the bottom just to make it easier for us. So we're gonna multiply 0 0.50. We're gonna multiply that by 12. Okay. 2 times 0 is what? What is 2 times 0? That's gonna be what?
0.
0. Very good. 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is what?
10.
Times 5 is 10. Put the 0 down. Put the 1 up. 2 times 0 is?
0.
Plus 1 is?
1.
It's 1. Very good. Are we done with the question?
No, sir.
No. What we have to do now?
Divide.
No.
1 times 0.
Put your
Put the,
0 down for a
put the 0
placeholder.
as a placeholder. Yeah. Then we're gonna do what? 1 times 0, which is 0, and then 1 times 5, which is
5.
5, and then 1 times 0, which is 0.
0.
Good. And so we're gonna add them now. So we have 0 plus 0 is definitely 0.
0.
0 plus 0 is
0.
0. 1 plus 5 is going to be what?
6.
6. And then we put this down, it's going to be 0 as well. And so what we have here, we got to move our decimal place how many times to the left-hand side? We're going to move it what? Twice? It's going to be 1, 2. So the decimal point is going to be right there, right? So what is the amount, right? What is the amount for a dozen?
$6.
$6. Very good, $6. So a dozen oranges is going to be $6. And how did we get that? We got that because we multiplied. So the answer is going to be 12 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 0.5, which is 50 cents, which is going to be equal to what? $6. All right, do we understand how we got our answer of $6? Let me know if you understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what did we do? All we did was we multiply 50 cents by 0.5. I mean by 12. Why do we use 12? What does a dozen mean? What does a dozen mean? What does that mean?
12.
Yeah.
A dozen mean 12, right? So when we say a dozen, right? A dozen means 12. And so we're going to multiply 0.5 by 12. So we could be able to get how much is for a dozen, given that we already know that 1 is for 50 cents. All right, let me know if y'all understand that, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's move on to the next part. This is going to be part 1B. So part 1B hastens to say, hey, listen, guess what? We have another person. Let's call this other person Farmer Thompson. Okay, so we're gonna call this one Farmer Thompson. And let's say it says Farmer Thompson. Let's say that he sells oranges at, he sells oranges for $2.20. We sells oranges at for $2.20. Calculate the cost. Calculate the cost of 1 dozen oranges. All right, so we have a farmer. He sells 4 of those oranges for $2.20. Calculate the cost of a dozen oranges. How are we gonna do that?
We're going to multiply 4 by $2.20.
Sure. You want the cost
Yes,
of
sir.
1 dozen oranges.
I mean, multiply $2.20 by 12.
Is she right? Do we agree with her?
I would find the cost of 1 and multiply it by 12.
You sure you want to go that route? Olivia? Where's Olivia? Where's Olivia? Can you hear me?
Or I could go next route also. since
Okay,
it's
yeah.
4.
Since is what? Cause I mean, we don't wanna complicate things, right? So
Or I could do what? 3 times 220.
you will multiply by 3?
Mm.
Okay. You asking me or you telling me? Olivia. So she is saying that we can find the unit cost, right? Which makes sense. Find the unit cost and then multiply that by 12. That'll be good. That'll be a good way to do it. Where's Zaria? Zaria, where are you? Where's Zaria?
Yeah.
What year did you end with?
Pardon?
What year were you on?
2021.
Did you finish that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so please finish that now so that you could send it to me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay, let's think about this. This is very easy, nothing deep about this, right? Look, we have
Yes, sir.
how many is for 220? How many is for 224, right? How many do we have all together? We have 12, right? So what we have to do is put all of our but we gotta list out all of our 12. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Now, first question. How much is for this 4? How much is for this 4?
$2.20.
Very good. $2.20. Right? And then how much is for the next 4?
$2.20.
How much for it? It's going to be what? $2 and
$2.20.
$2.20. Very good. And then how much is for the next 4?
$2.20.
$2.20. So we're gonna take $2.20, and we could either add it add these 3 times, or we could multiply it by what?
100
Wait,
was
give me 1 moment, Jevin. I am not only talking to Jevin inside this class. There's almost 50 persons inside there, so y'all need to answer me. I'm asking you, what number are we gonna multiply 220 by? That's my question.
3
We're gonna,
times.
we're gonna multiply it by 3. Very good. So we're gonna say 220 multiplied by 3. All right, so 220 multiplied by 3. And we get what? 3 times 0 is what? That's gonna
0.
be 0. 2 times 3 is what?
6.
6. 2 times 3 is
6.
6.
6,
And then we move the decimal place how many times? 1, 2.
2,
And so the answer is gonna be what? $6.60. So the
60 cents.
cost for a dozen is gonna be what? What's the cost for a dozen? For a farmer,
$6.
gonna
$6.60.
very good, $6.60. So the cost for a dozen, so we say 3. There we go, that is we multiply 3 by 3 multiplied by 220. And then we're gonna get, that's gonna be equal to $6.60. And so it's gonna be all right, good. So so the answer for this one is $6.60. So for the first one, we multiply 12 by 0.5 because we know that 1 orange is for 50 cents. So we want to figure out the cost for 12 or the cost for a dozen. And so we're gonna take 12 and multiply that by 0.5. That's how we got the $6. And then for the second one, we're gonna say, okay, they telling us that 4 oranges is at $2.20. So we're gonna take $2.20 and we're gonna multiply it by 3. The reason why we multiply it by 3 is because there are 3 sets of 4, all right, in 12. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna say 3 times 220, and that gives us $6.60. And that's our answer for the cost of 12, or the cost of a dozen oranges at Farmer Thompson's house. Ajani, do you understand what we did? Where's Ajani? Do you understand what we did?
Yes, sir.
Good. Akiro, where's Akiro? Where's Akiro? Akiro, can you hear me? Where's Akiro? I can't hear from Akiro. Where's Aliana? Aliana, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You understand how we got our answers?
Yes, sir.
Explain to the class how we got $6 and $6.60. Like, what was the reasoning behind our answers? Explain it to us.
For number 1, we got $6 because each orange's unit price was 50 cents and 12 is a dozen. So we multiplied 50 cents by 12, which
Mhm.
equals $6.
Mhm.
And for B, 4 times 3 is 12. And Farmer Thompson sells oranges at 4 for $2.20.
Mhm.
And 12 is a dozen. So since 4 times 3 is 12, we multiply 220 by 3 and it gives us 660.
Very good. Thank you for the explanation. And Angel, do you understand how we got our answer? Where's Angel? Angel, can you hear me? Can't hear from Angel. Ashane, where's Ashane?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answers?
No, sir, I don't understand A.
You don't understand A? Okay.
Sir,
Okay. What is the cost of one orange at Farmer Smith shop in Ashane?
50 cents.
Say it again.
50 cents.
50 cents. And how much do we want? We want the cost of what? A dozen, right? How much is a dozen?
12.
A dozen is 12. So the way we get that, we're going to multiply 50 cents, which is 0.5, and we're going to multiply that by 12, right?
Yeah.
And then when we do 12 times 0.5, what do we get? Answer is what?
100.
Our answer is what?
100.
No,
Wait,
I mean
no.
the final answer. The final answer.
$6.
Pardon?
$6.
$6, yes. So if we multiply 12 by 0.5, that gives us $6. And that's how we got the cost for a dozen oranges for Farmer Smith. You understand that?
Thank you.
You understand B? How about B? Do you understand how we got B?
It's like the same way as A, right?
Well, it's slightly different because here they told us that 4 is for $2.20, right?
Yes.
We still want the cost for a dozen. So let's just do the 12. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12 oranges. But how much is for 4 based on the question? How much is for 4?
$2.20.
Good. So this 4 is going to be for $2.20. This next 4 is going to be for $2.20. And this next 4 is going to be for $2.20. So that means that we have to multiply $2.20 by 3 to get the amount for all 12 of them. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then so our answer is $6.60. Okay?
Thank you.
No
Yes,
problem.
sir.
No problem. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Anyone else have any questions? Do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, okay, let's move on. Okay, moving right along. We have number 1C. The number 1C says, oh, this one is easy. Which farmer has the better buy? Okay, which farmer has the better buy on oranges?
Farmer Smith.
Why do you say Farmer Smith?
Because his oranges only cost $6, while Farmer Thompson only costs $6.60.
Very good observation. Do y'all understand what she said? Let me know if y'all understand what she said.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when they say which one has the better buy, they're basically asking you which one is the cheapest, right? So if you go inside the shop and you realize that you could get 12 oranges for $6, or you can get 12 oranges for $6.60, which one you can go for? Which one will you go for? Provided that all of them are the one that's for $6, right? Provided that all of them look the same and, you know, then you might as well get it from Farmer Smith because his price is cheaper. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
You low.
Say it again.
You low.
You know what I mean now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So, okay, I don't know if y'all can hear me still. Wait. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So which farmer has the better buy? We can say what? Answer,
Farmer Smith.
Farmer Smith. Has the better buy. On oranges, right? On oranges. We don't know how the rest of his prices look, but definitely on oranges, he has the better buy. Okay. And the reason why he has the better buy is because, well, stuff is cheaper. So there we have it. He has the better buy. Okie dokie. Bethany, do you understand how we got our answer? Where's Bethany?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Amaranik, you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Prashant, do you understand? Where's Prashant? Prashant, are you there?
Yes, sir, but I was finishing number 15 for the
Okay, for the
2022 people.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Once you finish with that, go on the paper, go on to 2021.
Yes, sir.
And Bree and Bride, do y'all understand? Mandisha said
Yes,
she
sir.
understands.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question says, question E. It says, determine, or we can say, what is the difference, right? What is the difference in cost?
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
What 1E?
Yeah, 1E is supposed to be 1D, right? What is the difference in cost? Now, when we say difference, what do we mean when we say difference?
Subtraction.
We have to subtract, right? So when we say what is the difference in cost, we have to subtract what Farmer Smith offers his oranges for, and we have to subtract that with what Farmer Thompson offers his or sells his oranges for. And so we have to do a subtraction here, and so we have to subtract those two. And notice how we're gonna subtract it, right? We're gonna put the one that is highest on top. So let me use a different color for this one. Let's say we use purple. So we have $6 and what? 60 cents, right? Minus
I guess
$6, right? What you got, Jevin?
I got $6.
You got $6, that's incorrect. 0 minus 0 is going to be what?
0.60.
0. 6 minus 0 is going to be what?
6.
6.
I got 60 cents.
Very good. It's 60 cents because 6 minus 6 is what?
0.
0. Anyone else got 60 cents? Let me know if you got 60 cents.
I did.
Very
I
good.
did.
I did.
Yeah, so
Yes,
the difference in cost is going to be 60 cents. So the answer here is definitely going to be 60 cents. So we said the difference, well, let me just, let's actually put it. So we have $6.60, right? Minus 60 cents. I mean, $6. And that's going to give us 60 cents, right? 60 cents. So the difference in cost is 60 cents. Okay. Okay, so this is the first slide. So all we did was for part D, all we did was find the difference between $6.60 and $6 to find that the difference in cost is actually 60 cents. All right. I want to ask Bree and Bri, do y'all understand this? Let me know if y'all understand this.
Yes, sir.
Good. Tia Johnson, where's Tia? Do you understand this, Tia? Tia Johnson, do you understand this? Where's Tia? Can't hear from Tia. Chai, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Dion? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Dornick, do you understand how we got our answers so far? Where's Dornick? Okay. Dornick, I cannot hear you, so if you're saying anything, you have to type it. Where's Latalia?
Yes, sir.
Can you go ahead and explain A through D, how we got our answers?
A through D?
I just asked you to explain it. If you cannot explain it, then you don't have to, you know. But I don't need no
So-
expressive reaction. I asked you to explain A through D. What's so difficult about that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Anything difficult about that?
No, sir.
Well, explain it then.
Farmer Smith sells oranges at 50 cents each. Calculate the cost of 1 dozen oranges. So you multiply 12 times 0.50 cents equals $6. 1B, Farmer Thompson sells oranges at 4 for $2.20. Calculate the cost of 1 dozen oranges. So you'd multiply 3 times $2.20, which give you $6.60. Which farmer has the better buy on oranges? Farmer Smith has the better buy on oranges. What is the difference in cost? $6.60 subtract $6, which would give you 60 cents.
Thank you. And Nivea, where's Nivea? Nivea Gordon, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain 1 through D, how we got our answers?
Sorry, yes, sir. Okay, so question 1 says, Farmer Smith sells oranges at 50 cents each. Calculate the cost of 1 dozen oranges. Well, what we're gonna do for this is we're gonna multiply 0.50 times 12 because 1 dozen equals up to 12. And yeah, and so that would be $6. Then for B, it says Farmer Thompson sells oranges at 4 for $2.20. Calculate the cost of 1 dozen oranges. So we group the dozen oranges and we group them into 3, and each 3 costs $2.20. So we multiply 3 times $2.20 and we get $6.60. Then for C, it says which farmer has the better buy on oranges. The farmer with the better buy on oranges is Farmer Smith, because his oranges are 60 cents cheaper than Farmer Thompson would.
Yeah.
And 1D says what's the difference in cost? And the difference in cost is 60 cents. So you're just subtracting $6.60 and $6, which will end up with 60 cents.
Thank you. All right, good. Once you already finish with this slide, take a picture of it and send it to me, please. Again, once you finish with this slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're ready, finish with the slide, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send me it, please. Not only a few of you.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Hmm?
Can I be excused to send my work, please?
Yes, you can. I need everyone to send me their work, please. Not only a few persons, everyone. Thank you, Randisha, Ashane. The rest of you need to send in your work. Again, I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. This is just the first slide, so everyone should have it. Then we're gonna move on to the next set of notes. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. The next example, example number 2. All right. By the way, let me put the first slide inside the chat for those persons who are still working on it. I'm gonna put the first slide inside the chat for those persons who are still working on it. Okay, so let's look at a better buy questions where you have to determine the unit price in order to consider, like, in order to know, like, the difference between or which one is the better buy. So we'll say super value sells sells 6 apples for say it sells 6 apples for $2 and $2.40 and City Market sells 8 apples for $5.60. Which shop has the better buy? Okay, which shop has the better buy? Now, This is interesting, right? You could get 6 apples for $2.40, but it's only 6 apples. You could also get 8 apples for $5.60. Which shop has the better buy? So how are we gonna figure out which one is the better buy for this one? Anyone have any idea? 6 apples for $2.40. Then you have 8 apples for $5.60. Which one you think have the better buy? Let me know. Which you think have the better buy? Hello, anyone? Anyone can answer? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. How are we gonna determine the better buy for this one? Do you all know, or want me to explain it first?
Would it be
Super Value has the better buy
Why would you say Super Value?
because Super Value 6 apples for $2.40, but if you buy 2 packs of the 6 apples, it will be less than $5.60.
It'd be less than $5.60. Okay, that's how you would do it. Anyone else? But you're getting 8. You're getting 8 apples for $5.60. Anyone else have an idea? Anyone else want to try? No?
I agree with Super Value.
You agree with Super Value?
Yes,
Well, how could we prove
because
that?
I add up, I add 40 cents is for the apples, right?
So you think?
And then I calculate 8 times 40, and I still get less than $5.60.
Still get less than $5.60.
Yes, sir.
Okay, interesting. So you did it like that. So the idea is that we have to compare these two, right? So let's look at Super Value. And then we're going to compare that with City Market. The goal here, right, is we need to find what we call the unit price. Okay, the unit price. What does unit price mean? Unit price means the cost for what? For one apple. Okay, so for Super Value, how are we going to find the cost of one apple? We have to do what? We have to take 2.40, right? And we have to divide that with what? Divide that with what? Divide that by what? Divided by 6, all right? That's how we're going to get the cost for one apple for Super Value. So we have to take $2.40 and we have to divide that by 6. Same thing for City Market. We have to find the cost. So we call the unit price cost for one apple. And if we're trying to find the cost for one apple, what we have to do? We have to take what? $5.60 and divide it by what? Divided by what?
By 8.
Divided by 8. Yeah, divided by 8. So we'll divide that by 8. Okay, so how are we gonna do it? Let's divide. So in order to find the cost for one apple, I have to put the actual equal sign. I'm sorry. Equal sign. And it's supposed to be equal sign too. All right, so let's divide it, right? So what we have 240 divided by 6, right? So let's divide that. We're gonna go in and divide it. So we have I think I should keep it in its respective areas. So we can divide it inside it. So we have $6. Well, $6. We have 240. We can divide it by 6. So 240 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go into 24. That's gonna be what? 6 times 24 is what? I mean, 6 times what number gives you 24? That's gonna be what?
4.
Say it again.
4.
4. Yeah. So 6 times 4 is gonna be 24. We bring that down. 4 divided by 4 minus 4 is 0. 2 minus 2 is gonna be 0. By the way, we already have a decimal point, so let me put the decimal point here already. Okay, and then we bring down the 0, right? How many times does 6 go into 0?
0.
0 times. So 6 times 0 is going to be 0. And so it's going to be 0. So what does that mean? That means that 240 divided by 6 is going to be equal to what?
40 cents.
40 cents. So how much is the cost for one? The
40
cost for
cents.
one of one
40
apple
cents.
from SuperValu, 40 cents, right? Excuse me. It's going to be the cost for one. Now we're going to go here and then we have to figure out the cost for one apple on this side. So it's going to be equal to, let's divide 8 into what? How many times does 8 go into 5.60? All right. So
7.
how much time? Oh, well, we know we got to put the decimal point in front there, and that's 0. How many times does 8 go into 56? That's going to be what?
7.
7 times. 8 times 7 is what? 56,
56.
right? Yeah, 8 times 7 is 56. We subtract. 56 minus 56 is going to be what? 0, right? And we bring down the 0. How many times does 8 go into 0?
0.
0.
0. And so 8 times 0 is going to be 0. And so we have 0 minus 0, which is going to be 0. And so what does that mean? That means that the cost for one apple at City Market is going to be what?
70 cents.
70 cents.
70 cents. So which one has the better buy?
SuperValu.
SuperValu.
Value. Very good.
SuperValu.
Why does SuperValu have the better buy?
Because it's less.
Because it's less, right? So we can say here, therefore, right? Therefore, SuperValu has the better buy. Therefore, SuperValu has the better buy because it's less. Okay. So with this one, the trick is you have to find the cost for one, right? And you do that by dividing. And that's all the time with better buy questions. You have to find the cost for one item. Once you already find the cost for one item, then you could be able to determine, then you could be able to compare them, because you can't really compare them if they are the same. So you, in order to calculate the better buy, you have to find the cost for one of them. Okay. Once you've determined the cost for one of them, then you can properly decipher which one have the better buy, and you could properly see which one is which, right? Do you all understand that? Let me know if you understand that, please.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm not only talking to 5 persons, the rest of you, let me know if you understand it, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, a lot of my boys are not answering, and I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
call you out. I can try this again. How many of you understand? Let me know if you understand how to do this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, Tegan, do you understand this? Where's Tegan?
I understand.
Explain how we got the better buy.
We got the better buy
the question is, SuperValue sells 6 apples for $2.40, and City Market sells 8 apples for $5.60. Which shop has the better buy? To do this, we're gonna find the unit price. So for SuperValue, we're going to we're gonna divide 240 by 6, which gives us 40 cents. And for City Market, we're going to divide 560 by 8, which gives us 70 cents. So using the unit price, SuperValue has the better buy.
Thank you. And Reagan, where's Reagan? Where's Reagan?
I'm right here, sir.
Do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
Explain it for me.
Okay, it says SuperValue sells 6 apples for $2.40. And City Market sells 8 apples for $5.60. Which shop has the better buy? The cost of 1 apple equals $2.40 divided by 6, which is equals to 40 cents. And the cost that is at SuperValue, and the cost of 1 apple at City Market equals to $5.60 divided by 8, which equals to 70 cents. The SuperValue is the better buy because you will get 1 apple for cheaper.
Very good. You get 1 apple cheaper. So 1 apple at SuperValue is 40 cents, whereas 1 apple
yes, sir.
at at City Market is for 70 cents. All right. Let's do another one. Are we done with the slide? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Those persons who are still writing, I'm going to put it inside the chat. This is actually the second slide and the second example. Let's do one more example or another example. Example number 3. Okay, Royals sells 7 kiwis for $4.20, whereas Seamoss Island sells 8 kiwis for eight kiwis for So Royal sells 7 kiwis for $4.20, and Sea Island sells 6 kiwis for let's say they sell it for say you get 9 kiwis for $4.50. Determine which shop has the better buy on kiwis. So for this one, we're gonna do the same thing. We have defined the cost for what? We have defined the cost for what?
One item.
The cost for one item, yeah. So we have defined, so we're gonna call this royals. And then we're gonna call this one Sea Moss Island. And the cost for one kiwi is going to be, say, $4.20. And we're gonna divide that by 7. And the cost for one kiwi is going to be $4.50. But we're gonna divide this one by what? By 9. All right, so let's determine it. It's just like so. So the cost for one kiwi, we're gonna divide 420 by 7. So let's do that. So we have 420. We have 7 here. It's gonna be $4.20. All right. Okay, so how many times does 7 go into 42? That's gonna be what?
8 times.
6.
Not 8, not 8, not 8. 6 times.
6
Very
times.
good. So you put the 0.6. So it's gonna be 4 times 6 is gonna be what? 42. 42 minus 42 is going to be 0. We bring down the 0. So it's gonna be what? 7. How many times 7 goes into 0? It's gonna be 0 times. So it's gonna be 0. 0 minus 0. And 0 minus 0 is definitely 0. And so the cost for one kiwi is gonna be what?
60 cents.
60 cents, very good, 60 cents. That's gonna be the cost for one kiwi, 60 cents. Next, that is for royals. Now at Sea Moss Place, there's gonna be 9 into 450, not 450, but 9 into 450. What y'all got, by the way, because you probably did it already.
Got 50 cents.
You got what?
50
I
cents.
got 50 cents.
Yeah, 50 cents. So 9 into $4.50. Well, 9 can't go into 4, so we put the 0 down. And this is going to be point. We're going to multiply 45. How many times does 9 go into 45? That's going to be what?
5 times.
5 times. 9 times 5 is going to be 45. And so 45 minus 45 is going to be 0. 0. How many times does 9 go into 0? That's going to be what?
0.
0. 9 times 0 is going to be 0.
Okay.
And 0 minus 0 is 0. So this is going to be equal to 50 cents. 50 cents. Are we good? Do you all understand this?
Yeah, sir.
All right. So based on this, anyone can answer what is the better buy? Which one offers the better buy?
Royal.
Island.
Sea Moss Island.
Sea Moss
Sea
Island.
Moss Island.
Sea Moss Island. Very good. Where's Paul? Paul, do you understand this? Miss Paul.
Yes, sir, monsieur.
Very good. And who else? Who else? Myla, where's Myla?
Yes, sir. I can hear but very better understand.
Myla, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Why you sound so distant?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes. What do you do when you do that? Because I could hear you drastically different.
So I using wired headphones, and the other one of the buds isn't working. The one with the mic on it doesn't work, so I have to put the mic to my mouth.
Oh yeah, yeah. You need to do that every time I call on you because it's tremendously different.
Yes, sir.
Michael, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Explain how we got that the better buy is CMOS Island, Michael.
So the cost for 1 kV of wires is $4.20 divided into 7. So when you divide them two, you get 60 cents. Then for CMOS, the cost for 1 kV is $4.50 divided into 9. And when you get that is 50 cents. So it's 10 cents less. So CMOS would be the better buy.
CMOS is a better buy. CMOS Island is a better buy. Where's Malik Roll?
I'm here, sir.
You understand how we got Jonas the better buy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about you, Malia? Malia, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Kingston, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and take a picture of these last two examples and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need a picture of the last two examples and send it to me via WhatsApp. Everyone, please send me what you have. Where's Kmar? Kmar, I need your notes. And Akiro and Ajani, I need your notes, please. Send me what you have so far. On these, yes, Akiro.
Example two.
I said, send me what you have. I said, give me one moment. Kmar, I said, send me what you have. What part of don't you understand? Send me what you have. Yes, Akiro.
I was asking if you could send example 1 inside the chat, please.
Why am I sending example 1 again?
I just arrived to class, so.
No, you was always there. You was logged in from long time.
No, I had to do something for my mommy actually.
I just sent it. Do you have this one down?
Yes, sir.
Send it to me before you work on the second one. I need to see what you have written already. Everyone should be doing their work. No one should be getting distracted. So some of you love getting distracted. And the sad part is you always get catch. So you might as well stop getting distracted. Send in your work, please. Send in your work for these questions for a better buy. These are just the examples. We haven't gone into the great exercises yet. We just done the examples. Let me know if you already sent it, please. Again, let me know if you already sent it.
I have.
Okay,
I have.
that's good.
All right.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes,
May I be excused for a few minutes, please?
yes, you can. All right, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, let's go ahead and do the grade exercise. Grade exercise number 1.
Pardon me, Mr. Petit. I wasn't finished work on writing the last slide, so.
You weren't? Anyone else need the example 3? For Samos Island. Okay, post it inside the chat, as well as example 2. Okay, let's go ahead and do this to grade exercise number 1. All right. Number 1. Popeye sells 5 drumsticks for $3.50, whereas Kentucky Fried Chicken sells 7 drumsticks for $4.20. Which eatery has a better buy on drumsticks? Please show all working. Show all working. All right, for these ones, show all working. Question mark it. Sells 6 bananas for $4.80. But Meat Marks sells 8 bananas for $5.60, which store has the better buy on bananas? Number 3. Boss renting supplies store sells 4 pencils or pens for $5. But and John Bull sells so that's 5 of same pens for $6.25. Which store has the better buy? I'm only going to give you all 3, just these 3. Go ahead and do them for me, please. 3 of them. The first one says Popeye sells 5 drumsticks for $3.50, whereas KFC sells 7 drumsticks for $4.20, which eatery has a better buy on drumsticks. Fresh Market sells 6 bananas for $4.80, but Meat Marks sells 8 bananas for $5.60, which store has the better buy on bananas. And Boss Printing and Supply store sells 4 pens for $5, and John Bull sells 5 of the same pens for $6.25. Which store has the better buy? I need you to do this right now inside of your books. Again, do this right now inside of your books. Once you are finished with it, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. You need to show all working. Again, you need to show all working in order to be completely finished. So when you send your work, don't just say which store have the better buy. You need to show how you got which store has the better buy by showing me the unit price or the cost for one item for both. So make sure to do that for me, please. Again, make sure to do that for me. All right. Do you have any questions? Where is Ajani? Ajani, what number are you on? Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani? Hello, Ajani, are you there? I don't understand why you're not responding. I'm asking you what number you on.
Number 2.
Number 2, okay. And Aliana, what number you on? One moment, Aliana. Ajani. Where's Ajani?
Yes.
Send the notes for the class, please. Hello. Ajani,
Yes.
send the notes for the class right now. I've been asking for the notes for the class for a very long time. You need to send in the notes. You understand me?
Yes.
Go ahead, Aliana. What number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. And Amarnik, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. And Angel, what number you on? Angel, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2.
It's Miss Fadid.
Go ahead.
If you do the math in your head, you don't need the right to look it up for the
Show all working. Show all working. What part of that don't you understand? The show or the all? Show all working, please. I already said that. Go ahead, Bethany, what number you on? Go ahead, Bree and Bri, what number y'all on?
Number 2.
2. Chai, what number you on?
Number 1, sir.
Number 2.
Okay, with number 2 or number 1?
2.
Number 2. Dia Gibson, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Where is Dion? What number you on?
Number 2.
2. Gianna, where's Gianna?
Maya.
What number you on?
Number 1.
Okay, and Gail Brianna, what number you on?
I'm on number 1.
Number 1, okay. Sabria, what number you on?
I'm on number 3.
All right, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Javin? Javin, what number you on?
Number 1.
1. Okay. AC and Kevin, what number y'all on?
I'm a number 2, sir.
Number 2, sir.
Okay. Kiajani, what number you on? Where's Kiajani? Where is Kyle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I'm on number 2, sir.
Okay.
Right now.
Kyle, what number you on?
Number 2, sir.
Okay. All right, again, once you finish with your work, take a picture and send it to me. Anyone else is finished? Let me know if you're finished, please.
Are you finished, Mr. Petit?
Finished? Okay. Nivea Gordon, what number you on?
I'm finished, so I already sent the work to you.
Right. Natalia, are you done?
I'm on the last one.
Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Still waiting on some of you to finish to send it. Olivia, you finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and answer these things. So
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, can I attempt number 1, please?
oh yeah, sure, no problem. Let's go ahead and do number 1. So for number 1, you have to find the
One
cost for wait, let me
Popeye for 1 drumstick.
okay. So let's separate these things properly. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. So so for this one, we have to separate it into for Popeyes and for so for Popeyes, what's going to be the unit price? What you got for the unit price? Casey, I mean you.
I got 0.70.
0.7. How did you get that?
I divide 350 by 5.
So you say $3.50 and you got divided by what?
5.
By 5. And you got what?
0.70.
Very good. So it's going to be 70 cents for 1 drumstick. Okay, next. Anyone else got 70 for one drumstick? Let me know, please, if you got 70 for one drumstick for the first one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did.
Good. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
And then KFC, go ahead. Nivea, not Nivea, Casey. I get that mixed up.
I got 0.60.
How did you get that?
I divide, I divide, 420 by 7.
So $4.20 gonna be divided by
And
7.
Kentucky of the better buy.
How much is it though? What is it? What is the unit price?
0.60.
0.60. Very good. 0.60. All right, perfect. So that means that
Kentucky of the better buy.
KFC has the better buy on the drumstick. So KFC has the better buy. Which one tastes the best, KFC or Popeyes?
Popeyes, because Kentucky is messing us right up.
KFC or Popeyes? Which one?
None.
None. We should do a
Popeyes.
poll. We should do a poll. Put inside the chat what you think is the best, KFC or Popeyes. Put inside the chat. You'll see who win this poll. So KFC has the better buy. All right. Right. So which one tastes the best? Let's see. I need everyone to participate in this poll. Chai says, chicken, KFC, fries, Popeyes. Who said that? Aliana. Yep, she got it in order. Yep. Fries from Popeyes is the best for real. Okay, let's see. Fry. Samantha, you said none? Wow, where's Samantha?
Yeah, so
Said none for real?
I don't like none of them.
Wow.
Popeye chicken to what?
Okay.
KFC chicken to raw.
Okay. Okay, Bry says KFC. Amarnik says KFC. A lot of KFC in there. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Popeyes. Oof. Oh, Latalia put. Randisha says, I love him. Myla says false accusation. Myla, that has to be false accusations, right?
That has to be false. That can't be true.
True.
Chai says it's true. I think it's almost split, 50-50. I think it's almost split. I mean, Mr. Petit is vegan, so I don't eat that chicken. I don't eat none of that chicken, so. But I can't even say which one. Okay. Fresh Market sells 6 bananas for, who wants to do the second one? Number 2. Any volunteers for number 2?
May I volunteer for number 3?
You could do number 3, yes. I need someone for number 2. Gilbriana?
Yes, sir.
I need you to do number 2. Fresh Market sells 6 bananas for $4.80, but Meat Mark sells 8 bananas for $5.60. Which store has the better buy?
Yes, sir. So what you do is you write your chart as Fresh Market and Meat Mark. And for Fresh Market, you divide 6 by 4.80.
What do you divide?
6 by 4.80.
Oh, the other way around. So, 480 divided by 6. And when you do 480 and you divide it by 6, what you got?
I got 0.80.
So you got 80 cents, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's 80 cents. Now for meat marks, what you got?
I got 70 cents for meat marks.
How did you get that?
I did 5.60 divided by 8, and when I divide that, I got 70 cents.
So meat marks, we have meat marks is going to be $5. Oh no, meat marks is $5.60. $5.60 divided by what?
Divided by 8.
Divided by 8. And $5.60 divided by 8 is going to be what?
70 cents.
This trick can help us take deep
70 cents. Good. So which one has the better buy?
Meat marks.
Meat marks. Very good. For number 2, anyone else got meat marks as the better buy for number 2? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's only 3 persons. Anyone else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Meat marks has the better buy. All right, fine. If you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please make the corrections. And Mila, you asked for number 3, did you? Go ahead, answer number 3, please.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. So the question number 3 reads: Boss Printing and Supply Store sells 4 pens for $5 and Johnville sells 5 of the same pens for $6.25. Which store has the better buy? First step, you have to see how much one pen costs for each of the stores. For Boss Printing, Boss Printing and Supply Store, they sell 1 pen for
I can't hear you.
For Boss Printing and Supply Store, I got that they sell 1 pen for $1.25 each.
How did she get that?
I divided 4 into $5.
Very good. $5 divided by 4, and you got what?
$1.25.
$1.25. Anyone else got $1.25 for Boss?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Anyone else got $1.25 for Boss? Let me know, please. Where's Jalen? I can't hear Jalen. Jalen is not answering. Where's Jalen? Hello, Jalen, are you there? You don't answer no questions. You don't participate. So why are you in this class if you're not participating? Did you send the notes?
Yes, sir.
I need you to answer the questions, Jalen. You're not answering. You're not responding. It's the same persons over and over, and you remain silent straight through. So you have to answer the questions. Otherwise, I would think that you're distracted. Are you distracted? What you doing in the back there?
I'm reading on the questions and answers.
Okay. Go ahead. What's her name? Mila.
Yes, sir. So after I calculated the Boss Printing and Supply Store, I had to move on to John Bull and calculate how much they sell 1 pen for, which I got $1.50.
$1.50? How do you got $1.50 for that one?
I divided $6.25 into 5 and got $1.50 each.
Very good. So $6.25 divided by what?
5.
Divided by 5, and that gives you what?
$1.50 each, which would mean that Boss Printing and Supply Store has the better buy.
Very good. So that means that Boss has the better buy. Anyone got number 3 right? Boss has the better buy. Anyone got number 3 right?
Yes, sir.
I didn't get that answer.
Yes, sir.
Good. Anyone got all right? Anyone got all right?
Yes,
Even
sir.
if you got all right, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Miss Petit.
Go ahead.
I got $1.25 for John.
25 supposed to be for both of them.
I got $1.25 for
Same.
both.
25
I got the
divided by
same.
Both
divided
still
by
have
5. Yeah. That means they're the same then.
Yes, sir.
$5. So they're the same.
John Bull still have the better price.
Still
John
costs for one.
John
5.
Bull have 5 pence for $6.25. And Boss has 4 pence for $5. So which
Okay, if you do $5, right? And you divide that by 4, you get 125. If you do 625, divide that by John Bull sells 5 the same pence. It's still 125. Where's Myla?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Where's Myla?
I'm here.
Both of them are 125.
Pardon?
Both of them are 125.
I thought so too. That's what I got at first, but I had that I did it over and I ended up at 150.
No,
but that's what I got at first too.
Yeah, they're actually the same price. So
I thought I did it wrong. That's why I did it over, but I think I did it wrong when I redid
when you redid it. So $5
Yes, sir.
divided by 4 is definitely 125, and then 625 divided by 5, 125. So none has the better buy. It's the same thing because the unit price are the
so
same.
could you say John Bull, Mr. Petit?
Say it again.
Could you say John Bull because you're getting 5 pence?
But if okay, try to get 5 pence at Boss. How much will it be? I mean, you, Olivia. If you wanted to get 5 pence at Boss, how much would it cost you? I mean, you, Olivia. Where is she? Olivia? Hello? I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear. But the reason, okay.
It would be the same thing, yeah. It would be
Yeah,
the same.
it'll be the same thing, right? So because it's the same thing, you know, Nana is the better buy. Once the unit price are the same, you know, none has the better buy. None has the better buy. Okay, that's interesting. Anyone got number 3 right? Because I end up doing it wrong the first time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nana has the better buy. Okay, so the key is finding the unit price. If the unit price is the same, then obviously Nana have the better buy. It's the same thing. If the unit price is different, then whatever one is cheaper, then you go with that. All right. So, all right. Do you all understand this topic? Let me know if you understand this
Yes,
topic.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. Is it difficult, easy, medium? How you feel about this topic?
It's easy.
I think it's pretty.
I think it's
It's
pretty
easy.
Easy for now.
Easy for now. Thank you, Devin. Once you know. Once you know, it's easy for now, but that's good. I'm glad that you all understand it. The key is, and even if I give you a different question or a more difficult question, which we will look at in the final few moments, right? Even if it is different or a little more difficult, the same thing remains the same, right? The idea is that you have to You have to just find the unit price. Once you find the unit price, then you're good. I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Send your picture to me and send your work to me and send it to me. Send your work to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, so let's look at something like, let's do one more. It's gonna be our final one before we go. Again, I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Example number, we call this number 3 or 4? Is it the third one? Yeah, the fourth one. Where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there?
Yes.
Did you send me your work?
No.
Ajani. Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me very carefully. I do not need you in my class if you're not going to listen to me, you know. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to be here if you're not going to listen to me. What you need to do is you need to send a picture of your notes. How much times I can tell you the same thing? Do you hear me, Ajani? Take a picture of your notes and send it. Hello, Ajani, do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. I keep on telling you, this is not a daycare center, Johnny. If you want to go to a daycare center, you need to go to a preschool where they can give you milk and stuff. Come on, this is not a daycare center. You have to take a picture of your work and send it. I don't understand you, Johnny. Sometimes I don't get it. All right, let's do this last example. Write this down for me, please. And we can go ahead and see which one is the better buy. This one says a gym membership costs $50 per month. And a yearly membership costs $500. Which option gives the better buy per month of membership? Okay, so you have a gym membership that offers $50 per month. Then you get the yearly one, which is $500 a year. Which option offers the better buy per month of membership? So we're gonna do the monthly plan.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Can I be excused for a minute to change my national pampers, please?
Yeah. Then you have the yearly plan. Okay, so you have the monthly plan and you have the yearly plan. Okay. So for the monthly plan, right? For the monthly plan, how much we have to pay per month for the monthly plan? So cost for 1 month is going to be what? Of membership. How much is that?
50.
What's the cost for 1 month? It's going to be what?
50.
$50. Because the question explicitly said that, so we don't do no working for that. It's just $50. The cost for 1 month is $50. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, next we have the yearly plan. If you're trying to figure the yearly plan, on the yearly plan, what is the cost of 1 month on the yearly plan? What's the cost for 1 month of membership on the yearly plan?
500.
500? But we want the cost for 1 month. 1 month. We know altogether it's 500, but we want the cost for 1 month. What would that be? Hello? How are we gonna get the cost for 1 month?
41.67.
41, what?
41.66.
How did you get that?
Divide 500 by 12.
What? By 12. Why did you divide by 12?
It's 12 months.
Yeah, 12 months, right? So we know that 12 months in a year. So what we're gonna do here is, if you want to figure out the cost for 1 month on the yearly plan, we have to take 500. And so we say 500. So that's 12 into, so we don't have by hand, 12 into 500. Okay, how many times does 12 go into 50? How many times does 12 go into 50?
9.
Say it again.
9.
9, 12 times 9. No.
Oh, 12 is 9. My bad. I mean, 12 times 4. 12 is 4. 4.
4. Because 12 times 4 is what?
48.
48. Very good. And then we're gonna subtract. 50 minus 48 is gonna be what? 10 minus 8 is?
2.
2. Very good, 2. So 10 minus 8 is 2. We bring down the 0. All right, so now we say how many times does 12 go into 20?
1.
12 goes into 20, how many times?
1.
Once, yeah, once. Because 12 times 1 is
12.
12. Then we do 20 minus 12, which is going to be what? 10 minus 2 is what?
8.
8. 8. And we're going to do where we're going to put the
remainder.
But not remainder, we're going to put a what? Anyone know what we do where?
Decimal.
Put a decimal point. Very good. What does the decimal point give us permission to do?
Bring down a 0.
Add 0.
Put an imaginary 0. Very good. So how many times does 12 go into 80?
6.
6.
6 times. 12 times 6 is what?
72.
72.
72. 80 minus 72 is what? 8, right? And that's going to be 7. 7 minus
8.
7 is 0. So it's going to be what? 8 again, right? So since we already have a decimal point, the decimal point gives us the permission to do what?
Add a 0.
Add another 0. Okay. And 12 into 80 is going to be how many times?
6.
6 times. Very good. 12 times 6 is what?
72.
72. Minus. And 80 minus 72 is 8. And then 8 minus 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. So we have 7 minus 7, which is going to be 1. Okay. Are we done? Are we done? Yes or no?
Sure.
No, sir.
No, we're not done. What do we have to do? Hello, what do we have to do?
The next 0.
For the next 0. And then how many times does 12 go into 80? 6 times. So it's going to be 8 times 72. 8 times 6 is what? 72. Then we do 80 minus 72, which is going to be what? 10 minus 2 is 8. And then there's going to be 7. So you have 7 minus 7, which is going to be that. All right. Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why you say yes? Olivia.
Because we would just continue going on and on with the six.
So we just ended. So how do we know when to stop?
You put a line over the 6.
You put a line
or
over
on
the
top
6.
of it.
You put a line. So what type of decimal is this? So we call a what?
Repeating decimal.
Repeating decimal or recurring decimal, right? So it's gonna continue over and over and over and over again, right? And we are not gonna be able to live long enough to be able to complete this particular problem. So it's recurring, it's repeating over and over and over. So to indicate that it's continuing over and over again, we're gonna put a line on top, okay? Now, mind you, we only need 3 numbers behind the decimal point because we're dealing with money. So we're gonna have to round, right? So we're gonna round to the nearest hundredths. So basically, we have 401.66 and then 0.666. We only need 3 because we need to cut off at this point. Look at this number. This number is it's greater than 5, so we're gonna add 1 to the 6. So that means if we round it, it's gonna be what? $41 and what?
67.
67 cents. So we only need to go up to 3 decimal points when we're dealing with the better buy. And so this is gonna be, what's our answer gonna be what? $41 and what? $41 and
67 cents.
7 cents. $41.67. And that's gonna be the cost for 1 month. Okay, so which one is the better buy? Which option is the better buy?
The yearly plan.
Yeah. So therefore, where's the Johnny? Where's the Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in the work yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, the yearly plan. Is the better buy. Therefore, the yearly plan is the better buy. All right, do we have any questions on how we did this? Let me know if you have any questions on how we did this. Let me know if you have any questions on how we did this.
No, sir.
No? Okay. Therefore, the yearly plan is the better buy. Okay, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. This will be the last notes that you send me for maths. Again, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. This will be the last one that you send for math. Again, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send me their work, please. Everyone to send me their work. There are drawings. All right. Again, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send me it, please. All right. Okay, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. Are we done with that? Let's move on to English. All right, so let's head up. Today is Monday the 8th of January, February, March, April. Today is the 8th of April. Oh, wow. 2024. Any of you all have received your exam schedules yet? Subject is.
No, sir. This is the picture.
Yes,
I
sir.
have.
Who has received their exams?
I have.
Hey, Ma.
I have.
Okay, good. Some schools
Oh,
have
yeah.
it already, and other schools don't have it yet. Which is very soon for you to have your exams given to you. So just pay close attention to that. The subject is English language. The topic is, of course, we're gonna be looking at how to write an excellent summary. Now, when we say summary, what is a summary? What do we mean by a summary?
A short story.
Not a short story. No. What is a summary? No one knows what a summary is? You can't be serious.
Summary is like a short
Story.
Say it again. Someone said it. Kiajane, I think you're saying it.
It's a short version of a story.
Yeah, it's a short version of a story. So you would, so let's say, for example, they give you a passage, right? So they give you a passage in your exam and they say, okay, this is the passage. Summarize the passage in your own words, right? So when they say summarize, what you're gonna do? Are you gonna write down the whole passage all over again? What you gonna do?
No.
No, sir.
No, sir. Write the
No.
brief statements.
That's
Okay,
plagiarism.
that's plagiarism. I mean, that's not plagiarism if you're in an exam. If they give you a passage, definitely you can use information from the passage. But if they say write a summary, right? What are you gonna do if you're gonna write a summary?
Rememberize what they have in past.
Memorize, that's not a word. What are you gonna do? What does it mean by summary? Are we going to
Write
go ahead.
a brief statement.
Write a brief statement.
Of the
So
story.
so you're only gonna write one sentence?
No, like a brief statement of a chapter or never mind.
No problem.
Take main parts from the passage.
Yes, take main points from the passage. So you're not going to explain everything in the world, but you're going to give a short explanation of what it is. For example, I don't know if any of you have watched Dune 2, or there's different things that are out now. But if I ask you to give me a summary of what that movie is about, I don't expect you to tell me the whole story about what the movie is about. I just want a summary. So you're just gonna tell me the main things. Okay, it's about a person who was doing something, and then eventually they end up this. So you gotta tell me the main points so I could be able to understand or get the gist of, what the story is about. You understand? So that's what a summary is about. So we're gonna learn how to summarize, okay? So let's write down these notes. So summarizing is a crucial, or so when we say crucial, crucial just means important skill that helps the audience and even us, right? Helps us grasp the main ideas. So when we're talking about a summary, you want to focus on the main concepts, the main ideas. That's what you're looking for, and the key points. Okay, and the key points of a text without getting into, or without getting, let's say, without getting lost into the details. Okay, so even for example, if I say, how was your day, right? If I say, how was your day, I don't expect you to say, oh, my day, well, this is how my day. My day, I woke up at 5:01, then I brushed my teeth at 5:31 a.m. and then I got ready for school and I ironed my clothes at 7:35 a.m. and then I was trying to decide no, like I don't want all that details, too much details, right? How was your day? Oh, my day, there was a lot of ups and downs, but overall my day was fantastic, right? That's a summary, right? So you're saying that you had some good things happen, some bad things happen, you had some ups and downs, but you went through it, right? We don't want the whole life story. We just want a summary, okay? So when they ask you for a summary, you're not going to include all the details, right? You just want the main ideas. And so when we're talking about the summary, it's important for you to understand how you're going to determine what the main idea is and how you're going to determine what the key points of a text is. And you could do that because it's easy, because oftentimes the key or the salient idea is repeated over and over, or it's a part of the title, you know what I mean? So you can understand what is the main idea, and so that's what you want to focus in. So it allows us to condense. What does condense mean? Does that mean make smaller or make bigger?
Make smaller.
Make smaller. To condense information into a concise and clear form. All right. Making it easier to understand and remember. So you condense the information. That's very important to remember. So it's a condensing of the information into a concise and clear form. So you still have to make sure that they understand what you're talking about. And the reason why summary is important is because when you're summarizing makes things memorable. And the reason why it makes things memorable, because it's a shorter version, right? And you don't have to remember all of the details. You just understand in general what's happening. All right, making it easier to understand and remember. So let's learn how to summarize effectively. So here are some tips or some steps in learning how to summarize effectively. So the first thing that you want to do, the first step in learning how to summarize properly, is that you want to read carefully. Why do you think you need to read carefully when you're trying to summarize something? Why would you want to read carefully? What's the point?
So you get the right information.
Very good. So you can get the right information and you can understand what exactly is happening. So begin by reading the text thoroughly, right? Pay attention to the main ideas, supporting details, and the overall message conveyed by the author. And the reason why you want to understand the main idea, or you want to understand, the reason why you want to read carefully is because if you read carefully, then you can get a grasp on what is the main idea. What is the author really talking about? And when you read in, you're going to know the details. You're going to know like all of the little details. But when you are, the reason why you read that, so you get a sense of what the author is trying to say, right? And you will have the details, but you want to convey everything in a condensed manner. So you read everything, you have an idea of things. So for example, someone, I can give you an example of if you're summarizing a movie, you watch the whole movie. Sure you did. But if someone asks you to summarize the movie, because you watched the whole thing, you can give them an idea of what the movie is all about, right? And you don't have to get into all the little details. So the reason why you read carefully is so you can have a sense, or you can have an understanding of what the passage is about, so that you can be able to select which one is going to be useful in the summary. Okay? So when you read, that's the first thing, read it carefully, make sure you understand what's happening. The second thing is you want to highlight. So when you're reading, you want to highlight or note the important information. So you read in trying to get a sense of everything, but you want to highlight or note the important information for your own use, so that when you do the summary, you could be able to tell them exactly what is the most important information. So if you have a highlighter, you could use a highlighter. So use highlighting, right? Or underlining, or jotting down notes as you read. This will help you remember and refer back to key details during the summarization or the summarizing process. So when you are if they ask you to summarize, as you read, you want to highlight anything that stands out to you. Anything you be like, oh wait, no, this is a very important point. I need to underline this, right? So if you have a different color pen, if you have a pencil, if you have a highlighter, you can highlight those things so that you'll be able to know, okay, I think this is gonna be useful. I need to highlight this so that I can remember exactly where to find it, so that when it's time for me to actually, or you could put like an asterisk on the side of it, so that when it's time for you actually to find it, so you could be able to make your summary, you could be able to have the most useful information at hand. So anything that stands out to you, anything that's important, anything that makes sense, you use your highlighter, you use a pen, use a pencil to highlight what is important, what is the most important, so that when you go back to reread it in an effort to summarize it, you'll be able to know exactly where the most important information is. Okay. Next, the next thing that you want to do is the third thing that you want to do is you want to focus on the main idea, which means that you have to identify the main idea first, right? So you want to focus on the main idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to determine determine the main idea, right? Determine the main idea or the central theme. And when we say central theme, we're talking about the overall message, right, of the text, right? This is the overarching, concept. This is the overarching concept or message that the author wants the reader to understand. So you, and this is where you have to just be good at understanding, comprehending, diction, words. This way you have to understand exactly what the author is saying. Because if you don't understand what the author is saying, then you can't focus on the main idea because you don't know what's happening. So you need to focus on the main idea, identify the main idea, focus on the main idea, because that's what you're going to be talking about in your summary. So once you're ready, focus on the main idea or the main theme. And we say the central theme is basically the overarching message or concept that the author wants the reader to understand. The author wants the reader to understand. So that's the main message. That's the most important thing that the reader would want to, the author wants you to understand. Focus on that. Highlight it. Underline it. Make sure you understand what it is. Then the fourth thing is you want to omit. What does omit means? What does omit means? Let me say omit. Anyone can answer what does omit means? Hello, can you all hear me?
Omit means to take out.
Very good. Omit means to take out. So omit means to take out. So you want to take out irrelevant details. And when we say irrelevant, we basically means things that does not, it's irrelevant, meaning that it's non-essential. It's not important. Like it doesn't
matter.
It doesn't matter. It's not the most important part, right? It doesn't matter. So it's unnecessary, right? It's, it's minor. It's not major, right? So
Can you give an example?
Yeah, we can do an
I don't
example.
know if it's right or wrong, but like if the teacher teaching right now, you talking inside the class, the teacher might be like, is this irrelevant to my class?
Exactly.
Or what I'm teaching?
Exactly. It's irrelevant to what I'm talking about. Like it doesn't support what I'm talking about, right? So when we say irrelevant details, it means that these details do not, they are not the most pertinent things that make the story, right? So, if the story is about an amazing transformation that happened to a particular character along the lines of, let's say it's along the lines of, their most happiest day, let's say, right? And they had a bunch of sad days before that, and then now they are in the most happiest day of their life, right? The fact that, the door that they opened on that day was brown, right? I mean, that is irrelevant, right? That's not important. What's important is what things happened to make that day a very happy day, right? Was it their birthday? Did they get surprised? Did someone do something very special to them, right? The fact that the person who did it was black, white, yellow, green, that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's non-essential, right? So you have to be careful in choosing the information that is important, that is relevant, that is necessary, that is major. So you want to avoid including unnecessary. Oh my goodness, I spelled it so wrong. unnecessary details or minor points in your summary. So you want to avoid that. The next thing that you want to do is you want to focus only on including only the information that is essential to the understanding the main idea. Okay. All right, what is the first thing that we need to do whenever we are writing an intro, whenever we are summarizing? What's the first thing that we need to do based on this information I gave you so far?
Read carefully.
Read carefully.
Read carefully. What's the second thing that we need to do?
Highlight or note the important information.
Very good. And the third thing?
Focus on
the main idea.
Very good. Focus on the main idea. The rest of you are not answering. Number 4, what's the fourth thing that we need to do?
Very
good. Omit any irrelevant details. You know what is very important that persons don't think about whenever they're writing a summary is you have to use your own words. Right? Use your own words. Whenever you're writing a summary, you are not writing a, what should I say? You're not rewriting the story, right? So you have to blend it with your own words, right? What does that mean? That means that because you are condensing the information, you have to add your own style and your own flavor and your own words into helping the reader to understand what was conveyed in the actual original piece, right? So you can't be using, obviously what you write is going to be based on the whole story that you're writing from. But if you try to use their words, then you're basically writing their essay or their passage. You want to use your own words, right? And so you want to avoid copying sentences directly from the original text. So summarize the text. Sometimes summarize is spelled with an S. So summarize the text using your own words and writing style. Avoid copying sentences directly from the text. As this can lead to plagiarism and it does not show your understanding, what you understand, your understanding, and it does not demonstrate your understanding of the passage. So try to use your own words in so far as possible. Try to use your own words so that we can understand that you know, you have an understanding of what you're talking about. So the last thing is you want to use your own words. Use your own words. Where is Dion? Dion, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Read the first paragraph of summarizing.
Summarizing is a crucial skill that helps you
What is that?
grasp.
What that word is?
The screen is sharing for me.
You say cruel?
The screen isn't sharing for me anymore.
Okay. How about now? Can you
It's
see it?
a crucial.
Okay.
The summarizing is a crucial skill that help us grasp the main idea and key points of text without getting lost into details. It allows us to condense information into a concise and clear form, making it easier to understand and remember. Here are some steps in learning how to summarize effectively.
Thank you. And Mark, where's Mark? Where's Mark?
Yes, sir.
Give me one step in summarizing properly.
The main idea.
Give me one step, one thing that I need to do in order to summarize properly.
Read carefully.
Read carefully, very good. Kingston was another step. Kingston, where's Kingston? Kingston, can you hear me? I can't hear from Kingston. Tegan, give me another step in summarizing properly.
Use your own words.
Use your own words, very good. Tegan, give me an example of, give me another step in how to summarize properly.
Omit irrelevant details.
Omit irrelevant details. When we say omit irrelevant details, what does that mean?
Not including unnecessary or minor details in the summary.
Very good. All right, and Natalia, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Give me another step or tip in summarizing.
Use your own words.
Use your own words. Very good. And Jevin, give me another what shall I say? Another step in summarizing.
Focus on the main idea.
Focus on the main idea. Very good. All right, and where's Paul?
Yeah.
Can you read the thing can you read the one that says, read carefully?
Read carefully. Begin by reading the text thoroughly. Pay attention to the main idea, supporting details, and the overall message conveyed by the author.
Very good. And where is Amarani? Can you read the second one?
Highlight or note the important information. Use highlighting, underlining, or jotting down notes as you read. This will help you remember and refer back to key details during the summarizing process.
Summarizing process. And go ahead, Malik, can you read the third one?
Yes, sir. All right. The third on how to write an excellent summary is focus on the main idea. Determine the main idea or the central theme in the text. This is the overarching concept or message that the author wants the reader to understand.
Thank you. And read the other one, Malik, since you're reading. Omit irrelevant details.
Yes, sir. Number 4 on how to write an excellent summary. Omit irrelevant details. Avoid including unnecessary details or minor points in your summary. Focus on including only the information that is essential to understanding the main idea. Don't focus on the minor things, focus on the main ones.
Very good.
Is what we're trying to convey here.
And then the fifth one?
And the fifth on how to write an excellent summary. Use your own words. Summarize the text using your own words in writing style. Avoid copying sentences directly from the text, as this can lead to plagiarism, and it does not demonstrate your understanding of the passage.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
It's like a house with instructions. So.
Yes, go ahead, Kingston.
Sorry, I got disconnected, so I wasn't able to answer your question.
Okay, no problem. All right. Let's go. Let's actually do an example. All right.
I thought you was gonna let us write a summary on our own.
Yeah, so I gotta let you do it right now. Okay, so what I want you to do is, now you don't have forever to do this, right? I am going to give you 7 minutes. 7 minutes to write a summary based off of this passage. But first we're gonna read it, right? I'm gonna read it twice, and then I'm gonna give you 7 minutes. How many minutes?
7.
7, just 7. You don't have the whole world to be able to write this down. Just 7 minutes. You know, 7 minutes. Just keep it at 7. Really should give you 5, but let's just keep it at 7. To write a summary on it, okay? All right, so I'm gonna read it twice, and then I'm gonna give you opportunity to write the summary. The summary should be based off of your own words. So let's go ahead and read it. Giddy up, cowboys and cowgirls. In the Southwest during the early half of the 1800s, cows were only worth $2 or $3 apiece. They roamed wild, grazed off the open range, and were abundant. Midway through the century, though, railroads were built, and the nation was connected. People in the Southwest could suddenly ship cows in the freight trains to the Northeast. The Yankees there had a growing taste for beef and were willing to pay for it. Out of the blue, the same cows that were once worth a couple of bucks were now worth between $20 and $40 each. The only problem was that they had to get these cows. The only problem was that they had to get these cows to the train station. A new profession emerged from this. It became pretty lucrative to wrangle up a drove of cattle and herd them to the nearest train town. Of course, it was dangerous too. Cowboys were threatened at every turn. They faced cattle rustlers, stampedes, and extreme weather, but they kept pushing those stairs to the train station. By the turn of the century, barbed wire killed the open range. Some may say the cowboy, too, was killed by the barbed wire. Maybe it was the train that birthed them. I like that. I like that. I'm going to read it one more time. Okay. Giddy up, cowboys and cowgirls. In the Southwest during the early half of the 1800s, cows were only worth $2 or $3 apiece. They roamed wild, grazed off the open range, and were abundant. Midway through the century, though, railroads were built, and the nation was connected. People in the Southwest could suddenly ship cows in freight trains to the Northeast. The Yankees there had a growing taste for beef and were willing to pay for it. Out of the blue, the same cows that were once worth a couple of bucks were now worth between $20 and $40 each. The only problem was that they had to get these cows to the train station. A new profession emerged from this. It became pretty lucrative to wrangle up a drove of cattle and herd them to the nearest train down. Of course, it was dangerous too. Cowboys were threatened at every turn. They faced cattle rustlers, stampedes, and extreme weather, but they kept pushing those stairs to the train station. But by the turn of the century, barbed wire killed the open range. Some may say the cowboy too was killed by barbed wire. Maybe it was the train that birthed them. All right, so that is the passage. A lot of things in there. You want to follow the same steps. You want to read it carefully. You want to highlight or note the important information. You want to focus on the main idea, and you want to omit irrelevant details, and you want to use your own words. I need your summary to be no less than 5 sentences. It has to be no less than 5 sentences. So at least 5 sentences for your summary. I am going to start the timer so that we can so that you can have it. So let me put the timer, 7 minutes. And let me reset so you can see it. I know y'all can't see my screen yet, so I'm gonna reset it so you can see my screen. Wait, can you see my screen? Okay, y'all can see my screen, right? So y'all can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So it's gonna be 7 minutes. Let me put the passage inside the chat so y'all could have it. I'm gonna put the passage inside the chat. And I'm also gonna keep it on the screen as well. All right. So I'm gonna put the passage inside the chat just so you can always have it. And then I'm going to put it on the screen as well. So you have 7 minutes to write this. I'm gonna start the timer right now. Let me start it. Wait for the countdown. All right. Share my old screen. Okie dokie. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me go back to the screen. Good. 7 minutes. You're gonna write a summary based on this information. What is this passage about? What is it talking about? You need at least 5 sentences, at least. Again, everyone is writing their summary. Again, everyone is writing their summary based on this particular passage. You have 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. Again, you have 6 minutes left. Again, everyone should be writing their summary based off of this. What is it talking about? What is the main idea? What's being talked about? Once you are finished, I need you to take a picture of your summary, and I need you to take a picture of your notes as well. Again, once you're finished, I needed you to take a picture of your summary, and I need you to take a picture of your notes as well. All right, go ahead and take a picture of your work once you finish. Let me see how much more minutes y'all have. Everyone should be writing a summary based off this paragraph. You have 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Again, I need you to go ahead and take a picture of your work. Once you finish, you should have the summary written and also send your notes as well. You have 2 more minutes and 35 seconds for the summary. Again, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. All right. All right, let me see. It is currently, oh, you have 50 more seconds left. 47 more seconds left. I need you all to send in your summary, please. All right. All right, go ahead. All right, I need everyone to send me their work, please. That's the time. All right, I need everyone to send me their work, please. That's the time. Let me see who send me it. Again, I need you to send me your work. That's time. Well, thank you, Angel, Jevin. I need the rest of you to send me your work, please. I only have Angel and Jevin Horns, and that's all the way up. Yeah, that's all the way up. The rest of you need to send in your summary, please. Again, the rest of you need to send in your summary. Okay, thank you, Sabria. Thank you, Samantha. Again, I need the rest of you to send in your work, please. I need the rest of you to send in your summary. Again, I need the rest of you to send in your summary. So we could actually do it together. Again, I need the rest of you to send in your summary. All right, so let's go ahead and summarize it. So let me give you a summary. All right, so let's summarize it. So what is this passage talking about? So what could we say? What could we say? In the 1800s, when they say cows were only worth $2 or $3 a piece, what does that mean? Were they worth a lot of money, or were they not worth a lot of money?
Excuse me, can you put the information side chat, please?
What information?
The notes.
Okay. When they say that, maybe let me put the notes inside the chat for her, and then we can go over it. So let's summarize this. It says in the okay, so that's important. We need to know where we are and what we're talking about, right? So in the 1800s, it says cows were only worth $2 or $3 a piece. So were they cheap or were they expensive?
They were cheap.
They were cheap. They were cheap, right? So we don't have to say exactly how much they were worth, right? So when they say cows were only worth $2 or $3 a piece, we don't have to say exactly how much they were. We just need to say that they were cheap, right? So cows were, in 1800s, cows were not worth, what could we say? Cows were not worth what? A lot of money, right? Right? In the Southwest, right? Now, why did I do this like this? Why this is my first sentence? Because why? I need to say the time that we're in, because that's important. And I need to say where we are. So in the Southwest, so that's also important. So that's important. And I need to say that cows were not expensive. They were cheap. So you can't say, don't say cows were only worth $2 or $3. Say it again.
You left the word.
Oh wow, I left off the word cows. What a summary, right? Haha. In the 1800s, cows were not worth a lot of money in the Southwest. So, I do not want to include $2 or $3 a piece. Why? Why won't I include that? Why would I not include $2 or $3 a piece? Why won't I include that?
It's too long.
Myla, I can't hear you.
It's too long for summary to run on.
Yeah, it's not only is it a run on, I can't include that because it doesn't show that I understand what's being said. You understand that, Myla? Like if I just say cars were only worth $2 or $3 a piece, All I'm doing is taking from the passage and putting in my summary. You understand? So I need to show that I understand what it means. When they say cows were only worth $2 or $3 a piece, I need to just say that cows were not worth a lot of money, or I can say cows were cheap. All right. So if you said that cows were only worth $2 or $3 a piece, you shouldn't say that. You should tell me what that means. All right. I think anyone did that? Anyone actually wrote cows were worth only $2 or $3 a piece? Anyone did that?
I put cheap and put $2, $2 or $3.
I did.
You did? No, you don't. Don't say the price. That's a detail that we don't need. All right. Okay, so next up, what else we need to include? Did this change? Right? Did this change? And if it changed, why did it change? Hello, did it change? Did the price of cows increase or decrease?
Increase.
It increased, right? Why did it increase?
People wanted to eat more beef.
People, say it again?
People wanted to eat more beef.
No. Why did it change? Even though there was a growing taste for beef, but why did it change? Something important happened that caused it to change. You all missed the main idea. What happened that caused the cost of cows to change? No one could tell me? Transportation. Very good. The invention of what?
Railroads.
The invention of railroads. So that's the main idea. That's basically what we're talking about, right? This is talking about what the transformation that railroads had to the cost of cows. You know what I mean? And also the emergence of cowboys to be able to supply that, right? So in the 1800s, cows were not worth a lot of money in the Southwest. This, we could say all of this change, right? Changed because of the invention, or because of railroads, or we could say because all this changed because cows could be easily transported to the east after the invention of what? The invention of what?
The railroad.
The railroads. Very good. So the nation was connected, right? Railroads. Or we can say the price of cows increase because it's too long. Price of cows can say due to the invention of railroads, cows could be easily transported to the east this caused the price of cows to what? Increase. Make sense? So what else is another important thing that we need to include? Not only was the price of cow increase, but what also happened? What also happened? What also emerged out of this? Many people also became what? Many people then
Excuse me,
became,
could you repost the notes in the chat, please?
well, many people then became what? Cowboys. What? Despite what? The what? Dangers they faced. Okay. And that's your summary, right? I mean, I asked you all for 5 sentences. It could be a little bit more than that. But this is basically it in a nutshell, right? So in the 1800s, cows were not worth a lot of money in the Southwest. Why? Due to the invention of railroads, cows could be easily transported to the east. This caused the price of cows to increase. Many people then became cowboys despite the dangers they faced. All right. If I would include one more sentence, I'd say, what ended up happening to the cowboys? Their barbed wires killed the open range, right? And you didn't need like that profession was also affected. So we can say soon, right? We can say after a while, the invention of barbed wires negatively impacted the profession of the cowboys. And I think that's a good summary, right? Not a lot of details, but just something straight to the point. All right. So in the 1800s, cows were not worth a lot of money in the Southwest due to the invention of the railroads. Due to the invention of railroads, cows could be easily transported to the east. This caused the price of cows to increase. Many people then became cowboys despite the dangers they faced. After a while, the invention of barbed wires negatively impacted the profession of cowboys. Now, question, what do you see? You see this paragraph, but look at mine, right? Did I use their words or did I use my own words?
You use your own words.
Right? I use my own what?
Words.
I use my own words, right? And so the reason why I use my own words is because what? I use my own words because I don't want to be writing what they say exactly, right? So that's basically how we get it. All right, do you all understand that? I mean, if you understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Where's Veronique? Veronique, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You understand this?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay. All right, once you finish, take a picture of your work. Once you finish, take a picture of your work, you can leave. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all on tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Good night.
You too.
Good night. Good night.
Could you resend the
Good
notes?
night.
Please.
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Is this slide? And then I'm going to send it to you directly. You hear me, Rashawn? I'm going to send it to you directly.
Yes, sir. I could see it now.
See it now?
Yes, sir.
Good.